Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to ReelTok episode 158. Today, I'm joined alongside George and Cam. Seth is most likely going to be here in a few minutes, so we'll see him, and then we'll have the whole four here shortly. But today, we got, an interesting episode. We got the Long Walk review, which I believe I'm the only one who ended up seeing that, but we'll be tackling the Best Actors tier list. So last episode we talked about it, which was a few episodes ago. We did the big cleaned up all the tiers, which is much anticipated by everyone. We're also going to talk movie trailers, movie news. We got the Wake Up Dead Man trailer, all that kind of good stuff. But before we start, shout out to our executive producers, Stefan Johnson and Cole Beaver, for supporting the podcast each and every week, each and every month. Thank you to all our patrons overall. If you want to check out the Patreon, go to our description here. You can join our Discord, get early access episodes, get our bonus episodes every Friday. We have like 85 episodes pooled up of Patreon exclusive movie reviews that you can go back through the whole library of. With that being said, Long Walk and Best Actors tier list. Let's start with what have you been doing and what have you been watching. George Carmi was not here last week. What have you been up to? How you been?
Yeah, what's up? Appreciate you guys having me this week. Before we get started, I'd like to share with you guys the real, true ball knowledge knower list of the collaborative Nolan and Denis ranking. You guys did it real quick. So this is the correct ranking of my two of my favorite filmmakers. 22 films here. Hope you guys don't mind.
It should be 23.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 23. 1, 2, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I have 22, so we're going to go with
Welcome
22.
to the Real Count Podcast.
Real Count Podcast. Is this 22? How do I number this? I don't know why I didn't do this on fucking Letterboxd. 22 is following Nolan's. I'll run through these quickly, by the way. I won't spend too much time. 21 is Denis' August 32nd on Earth, and 20 is Polytechnique. All good movies, all fine movies.
So there's supposed to be 23, and then you said you had 22, and now you're starting at 21. I don't know what's going on here.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Highlight, put the numbers list on.
I'm in my notes. I'm getting absolutely rocked. I'm sorry. Hold on.
I didn't mind, but now I kind of do that. We can't. I feel like now we have to shut this down.
Wait, I have 12.
Can't be there.
I have 12 Nolan and 10 Denis. What am I missing? That's 22 movies. Am I missing something?
Are you missing Insomnia?
Do you have Maelstrom?
Oh, I don't have Maelstrom. All right, we're going to exclude Maelstrom. Good pull. So excluding Maelstrom, 22 is following. 21 is August 32nd on Earth. And 20 is Polytechnique. 19 is Insomnia. 18 is The Dark Knight Rises. I'm sure you guys are shocked to see it that low, as much as I love Batman. 17 is Enemy. 16 is Memento. And 15 is Dunkirk. Into our top 15. 14, Prisoners. This is where it gets tough. Like everything from like 14 to like 1, tough. Okay. 13 is The Prestige. I think it would be higher on rewatch. I just haven't watched it in quite some time. And same can go for Tenet, which is at 12. I think it could be higher on rewatch. Just haven't watched in a while. 11 is Sicario. And 10 is Incendie. Okay. 9, this is where my 5 stars begin. So I got 9 5 stars between the two of these homies. 9 is Batman Begins. Incredible origin story. Might be the greatest origin story of all time. Sometimes I watch Batman Begins and I think it's better than the Batman. I would never rank it higher than the Batman, but when I watch it, it's really good. What am I at? 8 is Inception. The same thing. I think this could be way higher if I were just to rewatch it. I just haven't rewatched it in a while. 7 is Blade Runner 2049. Just unfucking believable movie. 6 is Dune Part 1. Love Dune Part 1. Incredible film. Very happy I was able to see it in IMAX before Dune Part 2 came out. Now we're getting into our top 5. Tough top 5 to organize. Like really tough. There's probably no tougher 2 directors for me to collaborate their films together. But what I'm feeling, and tomorrow this list can change, but what I'm feeling right now, number 5, Oppenheimer. Incredible. Gave my GOAT his first Best Director award. He should have like 6 by now, but I'll take the 1. Okay. Number 4 is Arrival. Love Arrival. I'm a big science fiction guy. I'm continuing science fiction. Number 3 is Interstellar. And then you guys could probably guess my top 2. But the order I have them in today, at number 2, I have Dune Part 2. And then number 1, I have The Dark Knight. So that Dune is my
Part 2 GOAT.
Yeah, Dune. They're so. I watched Dune Part 2. Oh, obviously, it's my GOAT. And then I watched The Dark Knight, and I'm like, oh shit, this is actually the GOAT. And then I'll watch Interstellar, and I'll be like, oh, that's probably the GOAT. And then I'll watch Oppenheimer and be like, maybe that's the GOAT. But yeah, that's my list of Denis and Nolan rankings. Thank you for listening. My weeks have been good. What did I do last week? So last week I was away Saturday. I was in Jersey. We went up to Crystal Springs. We just kind of had a nice, like, relaxing day with a couple of my friends. And then Sunday, I was a little annoying. I went to Jersey. This is last weekend, like not 2 days ago. This is like 7 days ago from when you're listening to this podcast, or 10 days ago. I went to Jersey Friday night, stayed over my boys. Saturday, we went up to Crystal Springs. We chilled, we drank, we golfed, we relaxed. I came back to the city, back to my apartment Saturday night, just to go back to Jersey on Sunday, because on Sunday we went to Rob's. We ran in the morning, and then there was the U.S. Open final. It was the first week of Sunday NFL football, so we just kind of like continued our little like boys weekend and hung out and chilled. I wish I had a better reason for missing the pod, but honestly, I just kind of needed like a weekend to just kind of hang with my boys and just chill for a little bit. But this week, not a lot went on. So funny, I saw my sister yesterday, and she came to my apartment, and then we walked up to her apartment because she lives like 12 blocks north of me. And as we were walking back, I was literally like, "Oh, what'd you do this week?" And she asked me what I did this week, and we were both like, "Dude, it's crazy how we like already forget what we did like in the week." So it's not just us when we talk about like it's everyone. Everyone just be forgetting shit. But this week was fine. Work gets very busy for me in like the end of August to like the September, October months, because November and December is when everyone obviously starts to take like their 2-weekers and a lot of time off coming up on the end of the year. So August, September, October, they're like the big like final 3 like really like crunch months of my job. So it's been very busy, which really sucks, because I made it a point post wedding that I like really wanted to like dial in on finding a new job, because I'm burning out at my current job. It's a horrifyingly stressful industry, and it's no place for someone with a lack of mental strength like myself right now. So I made it a point to post wedding to start looking for a new job, but my actual job is so busy that I haven't even had time to look for a new job. So it's like a very weird relationship I have right now with jobs. But work is fine. Golfed yesterday. Had Cam. My golf is so trash, dude. Last weekend I shot a 109.
Just get better.
Yes, I'm trying, man. This weekend I'm shooting 107. You know what sucks? What sucks is I'm on the green with birdie and par putts probably like 13 or 14 times. And then I'm 2 and 3 putting. It's absolute garbage. It's my putting. My putting sucks. I mean, my entire game sucks, but my putting in particular is so trash. The amount of birdie and par putts that turned into double bogey or triple bogeys it's alarming. It's horrifying. But what else did I do this week? I didn't do much this week, honestly. I wish I could give you guys a better update. Getting back into swimming. I think I've told you guys that. I haven't been to the theater in a while, man. I don't fuck with it, man. It's been a while since I've been to the theater. I would have liked to get out to see The Long Walk last night, but honestly, I got home from golf and Jersey, because we went to Jersey to golf again. So it's like an hour and a half drive each way. Well, that's a lie. It's actually a 40-minute transit commute to my boy in Hoboken, and then it's an hour and a half drive.
That's
yeah, so it was just a long commute to golf on a Saturday. I committed to it, and I didn't want to back out because a lot of these courses we play don't give refunds. So it's like I got to stop committing to golf 2 weeks in advance, because then like the Saturday comes and it's I'm tired. But I haven't been to theater literally since September 1st, since I saw the Jaws re-release. So it's been a while since August 27 was the last time I was in the theater to watch a new release, which was The Conjuring. So it's been a while since I've been to the theater, which sucks. But been watching a lot lately. I had made a list on Letterboxd. It's still there if anyone wants to see it, but I made a list on Letterboxd that has just I don't even know how many. Let me see. Let me double check. It has 47 movies, horror movies that I wanted to prioritize this week, this spooky season, because my biggest problem is I have so many horror movies on my watch list, like so many, and every time I sit on my couch, I get overwhelmed trying to figure out what I'm in the mood to watch. So I sifted through those in August, and I made a list of a priority list of movies I wanted to check off. I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm 8 films in. I've watched the Amityville Horror from '79, Clown in a Cornfield from this year, The Curse of Frankenstein from '57, The Final Girls 2015, The Haunting, the Liam Neeson Hill House iteration from 1999. I watched Killer Clowns from Outer Space, 1988, which Seth has been trying to get me to watch for a long time. The Night of the Living Dead remake from 1990, and then the Psycho remake. Why am I'm not looking at this? 1998. So I'm doing a good job. I'm really trying not to rewatch a lot of horror movies this year, even though I'll inevitably I just rewatched Halloween 2 last night, so I'll inevitably rewatch horror movies. But I'm trying to really just watch as many new horror movies this season as possible. I feel like every year I say to myself I'm going to watch a million new horror movies, and then I end up watching 10, and then I end up rewatching 25. What was last week's date? Last week was the 7th. So where am I ending with you guys? I watched did you guys watch The Unknown Number, the high school catfish, that documentary that came out?
No, Riley's been wanting me to get to watch it.
Yeah. It's a terrible documentary. Let me start there. It's put together horribly. It is incredibly tone deaf. It's so I can't even talk a lot about it without spoiling it, but the way they handled certain interviews and the way they handled how they're going to display the big reveal to us, it's just a very tone deaf and questionable documentary. But the story is insane. The story is absolutely fucking ridiculous. But the documentary itself is so it's just in such bad, I can't talk about it without spoiling it, so I'm not going to spoil it, but it's just in such bad taste. Things they chose to ask certain people were very weird, especially when you get to the end and you know what's happening. The way they chose to present the reveal to us, and even the way there's one particular sequence in this movie, a documentary, and I don't know why I said sequence. It's not a set piece. It's a real police body cam footage. It's the moment where everything is revealed and unraveled, and certain the way these people are reacting to this news is I'm going to stop talking about this right now because I'm going to spoil it accidentally, and I don't want to do that. But when you guys watch this, I would love to do a quick 10-minute spoiler section, because I'm curious if I'm alone on these thoughts. I some of this shit was crazy.
Is the plot of the movie a spoiler? Because
no. So the plot is basically this 13, 14-year-old girl is dating this 13, 14-year-old guy in whatever. What are you, 13, 14, 9th grade, 8th grade, 7th grade? What it does their age. I mean, their age obviously very much matters. But the girl for 2 years is getting texts from an unknown number. Crazy fucking texts. I'm not going to say it on this podcast. I was about to say some shit, but I'm not going to. Just insanely like disgusting, like sexual, gross texts to a 13-year-old girl. Like, and most of them are about things that this unknown number is doing with this 13-year-old girl's 13-year-old boyfriend. Like, it's fucking gross. It's insane. Like, I'm actually surprised that they showed us these texts in this documentary. It's fucking crazy. And then there's also texts like "kill yourself," "no one loves you," "you're ugly," like typical like cyberbullying. But like some of these texts are so disgustingly sexual, and like the reveal is who is sending these texts. That's like the big reveal, which I'm obviously not going to spoil.
Well, that's the part that I think Riley told me. Like, I think I already know that, but I won't say it. But
yeah, but either way, like that's the whole gist of the document. Like, this documentary could have been like a half hour. Like, they stretched it out a lot. But that's the gist of the documentary. For 2 years, this girl's getting unknown texts that are just absolutely horrendous. But yeah, it's a wild documentary, man. It's so fucking crazy. I rewatched Smile 2 because Victoria wanted to watch Smile 2. I love these Smile movies, man. I think they're so much fun. Even rewatching Smile 2 and watching it with Victoria they're just so fun. It's like the kind of horror that you're like when something's happening, you're scared in the moment, but then afterwards you're like laughing because of how silly it is. And I love that, man. It's just like Weapons. Like, so many moments in Weapons where like, you know, you get fucking frightened, but then you're laughing because it's just so silly and goofy. But Smile 2 is so fun. That's fine. I love Smile 2. They can make some new Smile movie once every year and I'll be fine. Predators, I'm continuing my Predator watch. I don't even know when Badlands comes out, but I'm 4 movies in now. I really want to make an effort to finish all of these before the new movie comes out. This is the one with Adrian Brody and Topher Grace. Yeah, a super fine movie. I think a big part of like my lack of satisfaction with this movie is just like kind of how boring it is in places. Like, it doesn't move very well. It's a very like high low, like adrenaline kind of movie, and like the lows are pretty low. But still fun watch. I watched the Amityville Horror from 1979 with James Brolin, Josh Brolin's dad. Pretty surprised that I'd never seen this movie before, considering it takes place on Long Island. I've seen the remake with Ryan Reynolds, which is very bad. But I had never seen the original. I like this movie. It was cute. It was cozy. Really awesome, like Long Island fall vibes. Got me excited to like get out to like my parents' house, you know, once the leaves start changing color. Bit boring here and there, but it's cute. It's cozy. I had a good time with it. I watched the Night of the Living Dead remake. I'm not gonna lie, there are parts of this movie I enjoyed better than Romero's film. I'll never take anything away from Romero and that influence on his zombie flick, but I enjoyed this one. I enjoyed the remake, and Tony Todd is awesome. I think this iteration of Barbara is better than the iteration of Barbara in Romero's movie. I love the practicality of everything. I think everything looks really cool. Victoria and I watched That Thing You Do, Tom Hanks directed coming of age film from 1996 about this group of friends who starts a band, and like they end up like blowing up and having a real good time with their success. Bit of a like drama here and there, bit of a comedy here and there, bit of a romance here and there, but overall a good time, a good movie. Rewatched the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake, like I said. This was like my next like gym watch, so I watched it across like 3 periods of running on the treadmill. Hilarious watching people watch me watch the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake on a treadmill. Like, these people were like staring at me like I had 2 heads or like I was a serial killer in their midst. It's unbelievable.
When you sent that out, I was picturing the meme of that guy who's like sitting on the plane with like that shirt on, who's like looking smug at everyone walking by. I picture you being like,
yeah,
look at me, I'm George Carmi. I'm watching a horror movie on the treadmill. Aren't I like really sick? You're all really impressed, aren't you?
Yeah, that's what gets me going. You know, that's what gets me going. Every time that chainsaw starts growling, I increase my mile per hour a little bit. I watched Mystic Pizza. The last like 2 weeks have been like a very weird back and forth from horror and then like coming of age, like 90s movies. But I watched Mystic Pizza. Cute movie. Really reminded me a little bit of Steel Magnolias. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that movie, where it's like it's such a like a wholesome, cute, like kind of like romantic comedy, funny movie. But then there are some really like heavy, deep moments that like genuinely like silenced Victoria and I, and we were like really stunned by like how deep this movie got in moments. But overall, great movie. Julia Roberts, young Julia Roberts, really good movie, really cute movie. Watched The Curse of Frankenstein from 1957. I was in like a little Frankenstein mood after Del Toro's Frankenstein premiered at TIFF, and I threw a couple other Frankenstein movies on my watch list that I want to get around to, but started with 57, The Curse of Frankenstein, Terrence Fisher's film. Good movie. Good. Again, like I hate just constantly just calling these movies boring, but that's like my biggest problem with this movie. I think the movie looks great. I think the practical effects on Frankenstein look great. I think Peter Cushing as Baron Victor Frankenstein is awesome. He's really good. He carried the film. But it drags in so many moments, a little boring. But overall, good movie, good Frankenstein movie. And then last night I rewatched Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. That rewatch was gonna happen eventually this season. That's gonna be a staple horror rewatch of mine every year. Which gets better every time. I really love this movie. Obviously I talk about it a lot. And most of the time it comes off like joking, like I'm just trying to name drop it, but I really do love this movie. It's so fucking unbelievable. I wish it got like it's unfortunate because it's a movie I could absolutely understand people watching and being like, no, this sucks, I hate it. Especially like when you compare it to like Carpenter's Halloween. It's such a wild like tonal shift, it's such a wild aesthetic shift. But I think it's just such an insanely psychologically torturous film, and I love it. But that's me. Sorry for yapping for a long time, but that's what I've been doing, what I've been watching.
Cameron?
Sorry, I didn't realize I was still muted. I was typing, so I didn't want y'all to hear the clicks and clatters. Didn't watch a whole lot this week. I watched show called Young Justice. It's just like a DC animated show. I've never really made it past the first 2 seasons, but it's just a warm hug of a show. Sometimes you need that, right? And you know, I always need it. But so I've been watching that. We got through like the first 2 seasons this week, so I'm going to try to push through the next 2. But I enjoy it. Good show. The Long Walk I watched last night.
Oh, you did watch it. Okay.
And that's all on the log list. This week, not a whole lot going on. Emma and I might be moving, might be selling the house.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
We might be selling the house. It's getting too much. It causes a lot of just a lot of anxiety and a lot of sleepless nights for us, and a lot of money put into it. That's just, yeah. So that's an anxiety point right now. That's yeah, kind of where we're at. We'll see. Maybe not. Maybe. But who knows? I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
When did you buy the house? It's been about a year.
Yeah, a little over a year now. We bought it in July of last year, so
okay,
a
year and a half. Okay.
Really love the house. Well, really love the area it's in. The house itself, just being so old, every small change feels like it's just a big change, and it takes forever. And it's just, I don't know. I've complained about it plenty on this pod, and just how hard it's been. But we enjoy the area, so that'll suck. But we'll figure it out. Not sure if we'll end up moving or not. Still figuring everything out. So that's kind of the big thing going on in my life. This week, traveling to New York. Might get to see Mr. George, hopefully.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I think I get in kind of late.
So like late today or late Monday?
Tomorrow. Late tomorrow, which would suck.
Yeah, how late?
Like 4.
Oh. Yeah, but you're in Purchase, right?
Well, yeah. So I got to figure it all out. Maybe won't get to see George. But
how far is that from the city?
We'll figure it out. I mean, It's not bad if he wants to come see me for a night, but if he's getting it at 4 and then going to purchase and coming back to New York, it's just a hell of a trip for Cam.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Maybe not. We'll see. But yeah, be in New York this week, so can't work on the house this week and trying to it's just a really bad time to sell a house right now, like getting into holidays and stuff. So we're trying to get it out as quickly as possible, but I don't know. Everything's stressful. Everything's hard. But that's all right. Other than that, not a whole lot going on. Life's about the same as always.
All right. And you already said what you've been watching, so that's kind of all for you.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, for me, been a really good week. Not a whole lot of watches, but did a lot this week. So I was traveling for work once again, which is going to be a pretty common theme for me for as long as I have this job. I went to Boston this week. To be specific, I was in Cambridge. So I was in Cambridge Monday through Wednesday. Super beautiful town. Love Cambridge. Got to be, off the top of my head, probably highest IQ city in America, just judging based off the whole city is basically just Harvard and MIT, and that's kind of all there is to it. But campuses are gorgeous, super high tech, super fun. So was there a couple days. Tuesday night, got some pizza in Brookline, Massachusetts with Mr. Owen Patnod. It was very, very fun. We hung out for like 2.5 hours and just chatted all things about 10 Dates with Anna Marie. Just about movies, social media, TikTok, podcasting, all that kind of stuff. But super fun, super cool dude. Really good time. Picked his brain on a lot of stuff about the movie. So really excited to see it, eventually when we can. It'll be a long time from now, but really exciting and cool to just hear people, actually going out and doing stuff and making something, and really exciting for all them to, push it out to festivals and see what they can do there. But yeah, cool to hear from Owen. They did a great, if you're interested in filmmaking or interested in the movie 10 Dates with Anna Marie, they did a Q&A episode like a week and a half ago on their Looks Like a Movie pod that for like 2.5 hours, they Kay Meeks, who helped write the movie with Owen, and Owen answer all the common questions people would have about how was it filming a movie, making a movie, all that. But then it was fun to kind of peek behind the curtain and kind of ask some deeper questions as well. But then I got home from there on Wednesday, and then didn't really do much the rest of the work week. Yesterday, we went to a Texas Longhorns game. Texas Longhorns with UTEP. He does suck. He looks even worse in person.
I believe it.
It's trash. They're a hard team to watch because their whole team is so good. It just seems like if you plopped a good QB, a competent QB on a team, they'd be unstoppable because their defense is so terrifying and their receivers are great, but Arch Manning is just rough. Obviously his completion percentage was under 50% yesterday, but even the ones he was completing, it'd be just an easy crosser that could be a catch and run for 20 yards, but it's a catch and run for 2 yards because the wide receiver has to fully rotate their body just to catch a routine catch that's not even at their hand. So frustrating team to watch. The Boo Birds were out. We were at the game for a whopping 1 quarter. So we stayed 1 quarter at the Texas Longhorns game, which was nice. It was just a nice in and out. Very thankful for SeatGeek for sending me to the game. I was doing a promotion for them through Backseat Coach. Nice. And yeah, it was funny. When we got there, Riley's like, which company's sending you here again? Paying for us to go to this game? I'm like, SeatGeek. He's like, oh. And I'm like, yeah, I guess I get real companies to sponsor me. I'm not just getting Temu or whatever. I'm like, it was fun though. Texas games, the biggest difference between them and Wisconsin games. There's 2 big differences to note for Southern games. One, hot as hell, 95 degrees, direct sunlight. It was brutal. And once you're in the actual stadium, obviously it gets just even hotter because you're just in a bowl of people's hot breath and no fresh air breathing in. So it was so hot and awful. Everyone was sweating. The difference is I sweat pretty easily. So when I go to Wisconsin games, sometimes I'd be the only one sweating and I'd feel self-conscious. Whereas Texas games is everyone you're walking by is oh, everyone's shirt is just drenched right now. So we're kind of all in it together, but super hot. And the other thing is people in the South just dress so nice for sporting events. All the college age women were just in dresses. All the men were in the most dressed down would be khaki shorts and a polo, but that's the most dressed down. A lot of people were in long sleeve dress shirts with long sleeve pants or long pants. That was the most common thing, a long orange button up. and long pants, and it's like 95 degrees, and then dresses everywhere. Like the Southern culture for sporting events is a lot nicer. Whereas, in Wisconsin, which I'm pretty sure is similar to Purdue, people wear their game day bibs and just probably any t-shirt that they get from the bookstore or whatever, jerseys, no real like dress code or anything.
Nice polo is what I throw on there.
Nice polo. There you go, Cam.
Like a little khakis and a polo kind of thing. That's a football fit.
Khakis for Cam. All right. I love it.
Yeah, I guess.
Shorts or pants?
I
guess most Purdue games get pretty cool once the season.
Yeah, most are like pants if it's a little chillier, but I'd say shorts for as long as you can. Got to hold on to that up here.
But yeah, it was really fun going to the Texas game. Good time. First time kind of seeing the campus in a few years. So it's fun being there, being back. But yeah, Arch Manning kind of stinks. They got an Arch Manning problem, and it's a impossible position for Steve Sarkisian because like he knows that Arch kind of stinks. Like in the pre-halftime interview, he was like, "Yeah, our biggest problem right now is quarterback play." But like the whole fan base is going to start booing, telling you to get rid of Arch. But like the boosters and the sponsors will never allow that. So Steve Sarkisian is just like kind of.
I mean, you can't get rid of Arch right now.
Right. Steve Sarkisian though has got to feel so vindicated right now for like because so many people were questioning him and booing him all last year for starting Quinn Ewers over Arch. And you got to know he's got to feel pretty good. Like, yeah, clearly, like we got to the Final Four last year with Quinn Ewers. Like the reason why is because he can lead a team, and he obviously looked questionable at times too, but nothing like Arch. Where like every time Arch throws the ball, it looks like it just hurts. Like it just doesn't look good on the shoulder. His throwing mechanics are so weird, which is weird to say because obviously you'd think his throwing mechanics have been molded since he was an infant by his uncles and his father to have like he should be like look like a robot out there throwing the ball. He should have just such perfect smooth mechanics. So we'll see. They play Sam Houston next week, then have a bye week. They have some time to clean it up. But college football in general yesterday was just we were not worthy for the day that we had. It was the most insane day we've had in forever. Georgia Tennessee was an insane ending. Texas A&M Notre Dame was one of the most batshit insane endings I've seen in a long time. Other games I'm probably forgetting, but those are the big two. But crazy day college football, very fun day, which took up most of my day yesterday. We got NFL today, which will be a fun start. JJ McCarthy, shout out getting the big win for the Vikings. He might be the Messiah, even though I am kind of a hater of JJ McCarthy, but he can win me over here.
Disgusting.
I mean, he's a Michigan man, so you love him, right?
I do love that, but like,
I thought you were saying disgusting that I don't like him.
No, just disgusting that the Bears lost more so than that he played well in the second half. Honestly, I went to bed after it was 17-6 or 17-3. When he threw the pick six, it's like, all right, it's time to hit
win.
The hay.
Yeah, bedtime. Yeah.
Just don't fuck it up, and they fucked it up. So it's all right.
Yeah, but let me think. That should be everything for the week. Going to Boston, and going to a Longhorns game. Excited to seeing tomorrow A Big Bold Beautiful Journey. So I'm very excited for that movie. And then Him next week comes out too, which is I feel like the last few weeks, which kind of leads us into talking about the long walk here in a second, is there's been not a lot of exciting movies coming out. And if there is, it's one that's decently exciting. I was excited for the long walk, but this week we get A Big Bold Beautiful Journey and Him, both I'm looking forward to a ton. Then we get one battle after another. Then it's the rest of the year we're gonna have 2 or 3 decent films coming out each and every weekend. So it's kind of the July was the big blockbuster month, and once August hit, it was nothing. So because Riley and I went to see The Long Walk, and I looked at my movie theater app, and Eddington on July 17th was the last time I saw a movie in theaters before a couple days ago. So it's almost 2 months without going to the theater. Obviously, I was moving across the country and took 2 weeks off the podcast and been traveling time for work, and there hasn't been a ton of big stuff that's come out.
You weren't missing anything.
Yeah. Yeah, but because Caught Stealing, I don't know, I don't think any of us have seen that.
That went from we were all so excited to get to the theater to see Caught Stealing, and then early reviews came out, and we were maybe we're not going to rush to see this one.
Yeah, and then I don't even know, man.
That's it.
Weapons came out first week of August, so I guess
Weapons
and Eddington is the only because Eddington was after the July blockbusters, but Weapons and Eddington are the only movies I've seen that aren't I don't know. Like, what have we been even having about that past 2 weeks? But it doesn't matter anyways. We haven't been talking about them. Like, we had Highest to Lowest, but that was like a limited release, and that was like a streaming release. So it's like, I don't know, weird time of the movies, but we're kind of back now with the Long Walk. But other than that, what I've been watching is rewatched Sinners on my way to Boston. Still a 5-star banger. Still my favorite of the year. Watched Casino on the way back from Boston. Great movie. Love it. I feel like it gets forgotten in the shuffle when people talk about just like Goodfellas kind of takes the cake for any time talking about 90s Scorsese mob type of movie, but Casino's great as well. George will be happy to see the Pacific Rim 4.5 stars. That movie rips.
I was happy.
It's one of those that I marked it as a first time watch, but I'm like pretty positive in 2013 when it came out in theaters. I saw it in theaters when I was like 16, just because some of the stuff was coming back to me, and I'm like almost positive I saw it in IMAX, but I don't know, it's been 12 years and I can't really remember. That was also back when I worked at a movie theater, so I would see like everything. So some stuff kind of blurs together. And then we started Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah, fuck yeah, real shit.
We are, like, it's a 4-hour movie, obviously. I think we're like 2.5 to 3 hours in. They just finished the team up fight in like the little subway, like where like the water comes in.
Under
like,
the river.
Yeah, so they haven't gotten Superman yet, but there's like when Aquaman joined the team, which is very late in the movie. It's like 2 hours 45 in, so there's an hour 15 left.
It'd be like 2:15 if there weren't so much slow-mo.
It's valid. That's valid. Shout out Wisconsin Badgers for being in the movie. Always
Wisconsin Badgers lose the football game. Crazy.
Yeah, heartbreaking. But yeah, then on that, rewatch Eddington and then the Long Walk I saw in theaters on Thursday with Riley. So we can get into our review of that, which is just gonna be me and Cam. So George, we'll let you know when we're done here. So peace out. But Cameron, we got the Long Walk synopsis here. This is a Stephen King adaptation by Francis Lawrence, who's the director of Constantine and the Hunger Games movies. The task is simple: walk or die. In a dystopian alternate America ruled by a totalitarian regime, 50 teenage boys take part in a deadly annual walking contest, forced to maintain a minimum pace of 3 miles per hour or be executed until only one survivor remains. Great cast of our current kind of up-and-comers: Cooper Hoffman, David Johnson from Alien Romulus, most recently, most notably, Charlie Plummer, and then a bunch of others. Judy Greer was the mother, and then Mark Hamill, and then Josh Hamilton was the father. So Mark Hamill's the major. So it's kind of him, and then all these boys going on a walk across. I can't even remember what state they're in, but I think it's somewhere in the South. But they go on this walk, have to be going 3 miles per hour. If they don't, they get shot and killed. And the last one standing wins. They don't really ever specify, but it's kind of like riches beyond your wildest dreams, as well as one wish of your choosing. You can choose anything you want, and they will grant that wish. But they said that the one caveat is like it can't be anything like changes policy or like law. It just has to be some wish you want. But yeah, Long Walk. Cameron, what are your thoughts?
I enjoyed the Long Walk. I think it's very much like, or I guess Hunger Games is maybe very Long Walk-esque, but it's just kind of funny, like how you write these stories where like Hunger Games is obviously a like horrific look into the, making kids go fight in a stadium, but it's written more like young adult-esque. And you kind of don't deal with the fact that like you're watching people just die right in front of you and kids die and things like that. Whereas the Long Walk is written more horrifying and is obviously more of a look into despair and how life is kind of, I guess, beaten down on these people, but there can be beautiful things as well. And just like look into this society, and it's a very relevant like movie right now. I feel like it's just all things happening in the world and America right now. Like it was very relevant for when it came out, I feel like. So that just kind of I thought added to the experience a little bit of like making me, look at things differently, I guess. I enjoyed it. I think Cooper Hoffman and David Johnson are like really great in this. They're obviously the two main leads, and I think they do a really amazing job in this. So that was a big benefit. I think it being an hour and 30 minutes was like a perfect run time. Like I think if you try to stretch this thing to even an hour 45, 2 hours, it probably falls on its face a little bit and becomes a bit of a slog because it, as as the title implies, they're just walking. There's a lot of gruesome moments in this, and a lot of heartfelt moments throughout that are really well done, I think. But for the most part, it's walking and talking. It's the Lord of the Rings once again. But I enjoyed my time with it. I know Stephen King adaptations have not been like that very well received recently. I think like The Shining is obviously very well received. It was pretty well received. But I don't think Dr. Sleep most people love. Pet Cemetery people didn't love. So I'm glad he's got like another one that's pretty positively received. Like I'm glad that his work is still doing okay in the movie adaptations of them. But yeah, that's my general thought. I think I gave it, I just put it down like a 77 out of 100, 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed my time with it for the most part. I think there are some small issues with, I think Mark Hamill's, the villain, is not very fleshed out, or not really a character even, just kind of there to be mean guy. But other than that, I enjoyed my time with it for the most part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's interesting seeing, because obviously Francis Lawrence did all the Hunger Games movies, and now he does The Long Walk, which are very.
Oh shit! I didn't even realize that. Fun.
Yeah,
Cool.
so he's clearly very passionate about making these anti-capitalistic films that kind of show the horrors of what it does to society and what it looks like in the late stage when people are so beat down and desperate that we just have to do these insane shows of bizarreness in order to please the wealthy and give them entertainment, while also give some modicum of hope to the people on the very bottom. And they mentioned this movie that, everyone, 100% of the men that are age eligible sign up for the Long Walk every year. So it's like, it kind of gives you a glimpse of just how desperate times are here for this society, which the Hunger Games movies, the approach Francis Lawrence took is you really feel lived in for like the district. You see District 12 with Katniss and with, what's Liam Hemsworth's name?
Shit, not PETA and
Yeah.
Luke. No, because that's Luke Hemsworth.
It's probably something stupid. Like,
fuck me, god damn it! I just watched those movies.
Come on, Cam. Help me out.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Continue.
Right. I got it. I got it.
All right, go. Damn it,
Gale.
Gale. Yeah. Damn.
But in the Hunger Games movies, it feels so lived in the districts. You are with Gale. You're with Katniss. You kind of see the starvation. You see the deterioration of society and how they live day-to-day life. And you see kind of the back and forth during the games of how is this affecting the districts? How are the districts reacting? How is the capital of rich people reacting? And then how are the games themselves going? Whereas this is a completely different way of adapting a film, where this is very much movie starts with them getting dropped off to do the Long Walk. The movie ends with the end of the Long Walk. You get a couple flashes back to Cooper Hoffman's like parents and like his past and some insight there. Very small, but everything else, like every other character who talks about their past, it stays in them kind of walking and talking. You never kind of get a flashback from it. You never see the rich people in the society watching this. They mention time and time again that this is broadcast live for everyone to see. This was to inspire the nation. You see the camera attached to the tank a few times, but like they kind of mention it, and that's really it. You never see this on TV sets. You never see a capital people betting on this or kind of gluttonously eating and drinking, watching this and getting enjoyment out of seeing the deaths. You don't see that. You don't see the districts like cheering on their state really or anything. You see a couple times where people come on the side of the road and cheer them on, but really this is and you don't see anything in society either. You're walking through kind of the middle of nowhere. You never really see the level of deterioration of this town or the country. You never really get too much of an idea of like where they're at. You know that they make a comment that they're not like number one anymore. Mark Hamill's like, we want to be number one again in terms of America, but very different approach in terms of Hunger Games, The Long Walk. In terms of this dystopian world, they don't give you anything outside the walk, and then everything you learn is from these conversations, which I think is a very interesting approach. To me, it made it feel a little less lived in and a little less like, I don't know. I think I more appreciate the Hunger Games approach, where I can kind of see the levels of, I want to see the capital, mocking and feasting off of what this entertainment is for them. And I like seeing the kind of underdogs, people on the bottom watching and trying to support their people as hard it is to watch and stomach. But it is an interesting approach here. I think David Johnson's a standout for me. He's an absolute superstar. I think Cooper Hoffman's basically just as good, but for him, it's like when I go into a movie with Cooper Hoffman, and this is just like unfortunate for him. It's just like I'm going to be. I think he's a great actor, so every time I see him, I'm like, I'm expecting you to be great. So it's like my expectations are already really high. So if you're going to be really great in the movie, I'm never really like blown away because I'm like, yeah, Cooper Hoffman, I expect it out of you. I've seen you before be great, and I always expect it. I haven't seen Alien Romulus, which is David Johnson's big coming out movie. He was in Rye Lane, which I saw, which I really liked, but obviously Alien Romulus was infinitely more watched and popular. But a lot of people kind of mentioned, and I saw a lot of people on Twitter kind of going around the round saying he made Alien Romulus watchable with his charisma. Incredibly charismatic. I see him in interviews. He's a very posh British accent. It's very soothing to listen to. But in this movie, he has like such a soothing Southern drawl to listen to as well.
Does he have an American accent in Alien Romulus? I never saw it.
I haven't seen it, so I can tell you.
Yeah, I guess I always assumed he had an American accent because I feel like everything, but it might just be because of this movie. To be honest,
all I know about Alien Romulus accents is, and I don't know if it's him because you don't see the person saying it on the screen, but in the trailer when there's like, there's something under the wall. I don't know if that's David Johnson or not, but it's always that just screaming. So maybe that's him, but no, his voice is so great to listen to. But him and Cooper Hoffman are clearly the two stars of the show. They become best buds on this trek. There's two others that are like part of the Three Musketeers, even though there's four. But to me, I thought Johnson and Hoffman were great. Everyone else was like uneven at best. Charlie Plummer is like kind of villainy guy. Like I kind of cringed every time he talked. The Musketeer with the gum, didn't think he was the greatest. The other Musketeer, I can't remember his name, but I thought he was really good too. But really kind of every other person that as they're going on the walk, which to be fair, you start with 50 people and obviously the end goal is to have one person left standing. So people start dropping left and right because Cam mentioned it's a pretty quick movie. It's like basically barely over an hour and a half. So most other people in general, you only get like one or two conversations with. So it's not like their performances ruined the movie for me. But just like the very first scene of the movie is when Cooper Hoffman gets dropped off by his mom at the racetrack, and they all kind of have, what's your name? Who are you from? And it was all kind of a little silly for me. But one thing that the funniest part of the movie to me was when they dropped him off at that walk, which I'll transition us into spoilers now, because even though it was the first 5 minutes of the movie, we'll just start talking about the movie now. The funniest thing for me and Riley was when they drop off at the walk, this guy who's called like Stevens is like, they're all like, man, dude, it looks like you're like a Greek god. Like you're perfectly sculpted. You don't have any body fat on you. And I'm just like, David Johnson looks infinitely more ripped.
David Johnson's a good looking fella. Yeah.
And like his muscles are way bigger, more defined. Like Stevens is in good shape, but like he wasn't anything crazy where you don't stop and stare at him and be like, man, you are like a Greek god Adonis. It's just like a guy who's like, doesn't have that much muscle mass, but he has a low body fat and he looks good. But like David Johnson's like, damn, man, you look like a model or something. Or like you don't got any body fat on you. Like, dude, David Johnson, like your skin looks like it's about to rip from your biceps, frankly.
How much older do you think, I just looked this up, like how much older do you think David Johnson is than Cooper Hoffman?
I do know David Johnson's like 31, right?
Yeah, he's 32.
And Cooper Hoffman, I think, is like 23.
Yeah, but David Johnson, look, he's a young looking guy.
They look this. He has like just like baby face is the right word, but something about like his like something about his facial structure just looks like he's a lot younger than he is. So
I did not realize Curly was the Jojo Rabbit kid.
Yeah, well, I clocked that right away. And we're in spoilers now, but Curly's the first one to go. So
yeah,
little Jojo does not make it through this one.
Oh my gosh, I did not realize that.
Was an annoying death because it's like he got a Charlie horse, and it wasn't even, they weren't even a marathon at that point. It was like mile 13. I'm like, this is crazy early for you to be tapping out for a Charlie horse.
If this is real life, you got to imagine, and in this scenario, everyone volunteers, and like there's a big conversation in this movie along the lines of no one really volunteers for the long walk kind of thing. Like people are all just doing it to make sure someone else doesn't do it or something of that nature, or they have something they want. So no one really volunteers per se. But in this scenario, everyone volunteers. And do you volunteer like the day of? Do you volunteer months before? You got to be training for this, right?
That's exactly what Riley said. She's like, why is everyone in this movie not completely ripped, stretched, like calves bulging? Like that should be all they do.
And mind you, this is not getting thrown on your lap. This is not year one. This is an established long walk once a year. You're doing this life or death. Like the question, of course, coming out of this is how long do you think you could walk doing this? I think I'd make it a mile. But like if you train, I mean, I mean, 5 days, like that's grueling. You're not sleeping. Like there's really no way to truly train for that per se. But I'm just saying, like 13 miles is kind of
crazy.
This is life or death. Like, this shit's going to happen. Like, yeah.
And same token, if you know it's going to happen, you should be investing all your money in the proper gear for this. Cause like Cooper Hoffman's shoes just did not look like the right shoes to choose for this. A lot of people, just
like,
and the stretch a little bit before. Cause like, I get it. My legs would give out for sure in this race. Your muscles would be falling apart.
I'm not winning this by any means. I'm just saying.
But we're making it a marathon easily without any leg issues. Like walking a marathon, very doable, especially when you know your life's on the line and billions of dollars are on the other side of things. Marathon's easy cake. So Jojo Rabbit dying at like mile 12. It's a little bit ridiculous. Jojo, you got to be a little more ahead in the game at that point. But so he kind of drops off, and then a lot of other people start dying left and right. But one thing Stephen King said when they were going to adapt this film book into a film is he said that if you're gonna make this movie, the one condition is you have to show the deaths, which I appreciated, not in a sadistic sense, but this movie's a very basic movie. There's just going on a long walk, and it has the anti-capitalist thematic elements, of course, being the only thing this movie's really accomplishing. So it's like this movie is so kind of dry that it's like, if you're not going to be giving us something as visceral and searing and as intense as showing the deaths, which was fucked, it's just like it needed it to make the impact that it did. So I think it was a smart move to do that, because you get a title card in this movie that happens right after Jojo Rabbit dies, and he just gets shot right in the head. You see it right center frame of the screen. They do not shy away from it, which I think it just makes the film so much more impactful, especially with just how many school shootings go on. It's like how many kids are dying left and right all the time because of gun violence in America. And it's just kind of easier to detach yourself from it when you don't see it. And obviously, like elephant in the room, there's a big shooting this week that when you see it, it's just a whole different ball game. And I think just seeing it in this movie too, like I feel like 49 people dying, but every time a gunshot gets pulled, it just cuts to like someone else's face. And you don't get to see what happens. It just doesn't leave the lasting impact that really kind of gnaws at your soul. But this film kind of keeps going. I'm trying to think of really any notable deaths. One thing Riley and I talked about afterwards, she said she kind of expected this movie to be more gnarly than it was. Not talking about the gunshots; those were gnarly, but the trailer obviously already kind of gave away like the guy who like breaks his ankle and is like walking on it. That's kind of it.
Nasty. That was nasty. That is kind of it. And one issue I had with the movie is, like I understand we're in spoilers. David Johnson, and it's a book from a long time ago. David Johnson's character wins. I forget his name. I only remember Ray McRae. David Johnson's character wins, and there's not any moment during this movie where I think he looks tired or he looks like he's struggling to get through this at all. And like Cooper Hoffman a little bit, and they put sweat on them and make them look like they're out in the heat. But like, and I don't know how you act that out right. But you've been walking for 5 days. Like it's and his character, mind you, has an explanation towards the end of like Ray's character's been walking for 5 days. He's been walking his whole life, kind of like just like this is how his life is right now with losing both his parents and things. So like maybe you go through that angle, but towards the end, like I feel like he could have gone 5 more days, just based on how he was looking
for sure.
And some of them, I think it was Stebbins who you mentioned earlier. Like he got sick, and I think they did a good job at like making him look like he was struggling. But like I feel like you can't like separate the weight of like, even though these two people are very clearly who are going to make it to the end, like they're running back at moments to go get each other, and they're lifting people and stuff like throughout this, which I feel like it'd be way harder than it was shown to be from them specifically. But
and I think that's part of the challenge for me, that this world didn't feel so lived in, because like when they would do flashbacks like showing Cooper Hoffman's family, and like, because obviously David Johnson talks about like, he's been walking his whole life, like he talks about all the struggles he had to come up with through being parentless and going through this foster care system and fighting for everything. But this isn't the first year of the long walk. This is a total authoritarian, totalitarian overtake of America. You would think all of the people basically signing up for this are like from a similar-ish enough story to David Johnson, where it's like they basically come from nothing. Like Cooper Hoffman had to watch his dad die, but like, even when they show his house, it's like I don't know, it looks like a cozy house and looks like they're not really struggling for much. Like they never really show like a, we're really starving here. The farm crops are failing. Like I just didn't get a gauge ever on like, so what does this society look like right now? Like what are these people walking for? And I think that's part of the reason why like a lot of the early deaths like rub me not the wrong way, but it's just kind of like, this is life or death you're signing up for. And you're like, this is all you can, like, what's your situation? Like how hungry are you to really make this? But going back to like the gnarly point is Cooper Hoffman, his shoe gives out probably like a day left of walking, maybe a little more. So he takes out both shoes because you don't want to be like unbalanced and that would like throw off your hips and stuff.
His feet would be bleeding.
Yeah, because it was also raining too. So like those socks would be after like an hour ripped through completely. He'd be barefoot and his feet would be a mangled mess. So like when we saw because the trailer showed the broken ankle and we see that in the movie too, it's like I just expected to see more kind of body horror type of like the brutality. And I think it kind of goes and somewhat to your point of what you're saying is where it didn't really feel like they walked 5 days in this. Like it seemed like they were a little like half-assed in the effort of like showing the 5 days effects. Like I think the one musketeer with the gum, he kind of just goes from walking happy with the gum to kind of huddled over, walking a little bouncy with the gum, and that's kind of it for him. But
Ben Wang's character, I think, did a good job at like acting like he was mangled or tired. I guess he's the one that kind of hallucinates towards the end and dies at night and has the wife and such. Which, by the way, these are teenage boys. Not really any of them. I mean, like some of the second tier actors look teenage, but again, David Johnson looks young, doesn't look like 18 if that's what we're going for, So I think definitely when I watch like Hollywood movies, you kind of forget like how young 18 is. Like you're a wee lad at that point. Like, and so, they definitely do not look like 18 to
for
13.
Sure. There's also some commentary here on like the role of the press. So they kind of show that no one's really allowed to watch this or cheer people on. They want to keep this kind of for TV and clicks only so they can kind of control the narrative. But you have a character in this movie who's like, his whole point is like, he's going to write a book about this and document everything and reveal all that goes on in the walk. But then he ends up dying and nothing ever comes of it anyways. So kind of similar to like Civil War-ish in the sense where it's like trying to show press, like trying to do something when like the world is being overthrown, but kind of ultimately how, I don't know, ineffective they can be when you have a totalitarian regime that can kind of dominate everything. So you can try all you want, but they can kind of literally shoot you down. He was the one, I believe, too, that got his ankle was the one that ends up breaking. As a guy who was trying to make the book about it. So I think the movie had some swings where like I could tell they were like this, they were really going for an emotional death here. And it didn't really come for me except for one, but like Ben Wang's character Olsen, his death didn't do anything for me. The only one and the end of the movie, which we'll get to eventually, wasn't really an emotional wow for me. It kind of just happened too fast. I was like, oh, okay, that's how it's ending. But Nayot's character, Baker, the fourth musketeer, when he's like, promise me you won't watch when they shoot me, like promise me, that's the one that got me. And I was like, damn, that one finally got me in the motions. I loved his character. He was great. And he finally knows he can't carry on any longer. He's like, you're not allowed to watch me. Please don't. Gives his rosary to Cooper Hoffman. That was the most impactful death for me. But other than that, there's a couple twists in this movie that were just kind of eye rolls for me.
I will go along with that. Maybe I'm not as high on this movie as I am, but because I feel like I'm talking a lot of negatives. I did enjoy my time with it, but I will say like none of these characters other than Cooper Hoffman and David Johnson, and I think that's more maybe a testament to how great they were in my opinion. None of these characters I was super in on, and that's one downfall of say an hour and 30 minutes, but I think that's a necessary like sacrifice to make this not 2 hours of just someone walking along a road. And obviously you have the gruesome deaths and everything, but I think it's those every 10 minutes followed by 10 minutes of talking and then conversation, which I think you get a lot of good characterization of those two that I mentioned, but maybe the rest of the group obviously not as much until the end with like Stebbins and Baker.
Yeah, the Stebbins reveal that like Mark Hamill was a stepdad or bastard father just did so nothing for me. Like when he revealed it, I was like that. I feel like that was supposed to be a huge jaw drop moment. And it just did not impact me at all. I was like, okay. Because the thing too is they say father, which I feel like could be a little shocking at first. Is like, yeah, I'm like the bastard son. So then it kind of makes it think like the major just kind of like, for lack of a better word, like kind of just like raping and pillaging, just like sleeping with a ton of women, having a ton of random bastard kids. So like that almost lessens it to where I'm like, oh, so I don't know, like there could be other ones in this race. Who knows if this guy's like has a bunch of these random bastard kids, but so even with that, like even if it was his actual son, like the way they revealed it with Stebbins, I was just like, I don't know, that didn't do anything for me. And the final twist at the end just happened so bang bang with Cooper Hoffman basically, or David Johnson goes down, says he can't carry on anymore, clearly faking it to be like, I want Cooper Hoffman to win this race. He goes down. Cooper Hoffman runs back and gets him after the whole movie. David Johnson saved Cooper Hoffman time and time again. Mm-hmm. Cooper grabs him before his third warning, carries him forward, and then just immediately goes and takes a knee and gets shot and loses, and David Johnson wins. Cool ending. Like it was fun, like a little cool, like, wow, got your rug pull. Just kind of was such a bang bang that I was like, what? I think part of it too is like, you love both of them so much by the end of the movie. Like I was never like, oh, Cooper Hoffman needs to win because like has a sadder story and like we'll do better with it, or like David Johnson was. It was like, I don't know. When it's down to the final two, I'm like, either one who wins this, like obviously one of them has to die. It's like I'm pretty satisfied with both. So at least it was kind of a fun way with the rug pull.
What if they both like stopped walking right away, like a PETA and Katniss situation?
Well, they mentioned that, and I think they literally added that line just because people were going to comment on it.
It's
that's because
like
I forgot when there's like 5 of them left. They're like, what if we all stop? Then Stebbins like, no, these instruments are so precise. They'll know down to the 1,000th of a second that one stopped early. I'm like, I feel like they literally wrote that line in just because. Yeah. Well, and Francis Lawrence, like, people are going to want to PETA and Katniss this, but no,
I forgot about that. That's fair.
It's when the race ends, David Johnson wins, and his wish is for a carbine. Which was it? The South Dakota guy who ends up actually killing one of the guards when he sacrificed himself. Was that what he said his wish was going to be? I know it wasn't Cooper Hoffman, but someone said their wish was to be a carbine and shoot the major. I think it was a South Dakota.
No, that was Cooper Hoffman.
It was
his
Cooper
wish. Okay. Yeah, because his dad got killed in a protest by the major, by Mark Hamill's character.
We should mention, the major kills his father because his father has a bunch of banned books, and Cooper Hoffman kind of mentions throughout the movie that his dad kind of shows him banned records of artists, banned movies, banned books, and his dad kind of doesn't back down and wants to make a political stance for his son and kind of say like, don't ever give up your beliefs, even if it costs you your life. I still don't know where I land on it. It's tough. It's like, I get it. And I think it's really powerful and it's really admirable. But at the same time, like Cooper Hoffman even mentioned it to his mom, like, I'm sorry I did what dad did. Like kind of like putting my political desires to make a change in this world above like our family, which again, it's like, I still don't even know where I fully land on it. Cause it's like, obviously the mom's gonna be a widow now, have no son. Judy Greer is kind of just like on her own, having to grieve the loss of her son and her husband. And who knows where she goes from here. So it's like, I guess basically kind of sacrificing your mom at that point for the greater good of society, which, there's admiration in that, but it's tough to know if you're in that situation, what you would do. But David Johnson wins, asks for the carbine. And the major's like, oh, he's not going to shoot me. He has all the riches in the world at this point. And then he still shoots him and kills him. No guard really attacks David Johnson. Nothing, no reparations. Nothing happens. No one comes after him. He just kind of gets to walk freely. The assumption is that basically he wins, so he gets the riches, and that it was his wish, and he shot the major, so no one was going to guard the troops command the troops to strike him down. So there's like, okay, whatever, you can go. Feel like more realistically in society, even if a major's not directing you to, I think if you shoot someone that's leading this, I think one of those guards just would pop you immediately. But it's kind of an unknown throughout the movie to say like, oh, will you be arrested or anything for it? And it's kind of unknown, but clearly the end kind of shows him walking off into the rain and no one's really going after him. So he's getting all the riches. He says he wants to kind of start nonprofits, help out other kids who are parentless. So that's kind of what it seems like he's going to from here, but obviously going to be deeply traumatized going forward. But that's kind of all.
Yeah.
Anything else to talk about the long walk?
I think that's very clearly just kind of where it's like fiction versus what would actually happen of him shooting the major. Like you would, like, I think I go back to saying Mark Hamill, the major, wasn't a great villain. I think they try to do some ways, like you said, where he was had a bunch of bastard sons or bastard kids won in the race, and then he shoots Cooper off instead. They try to do things to maybe like make him seem horrific and such, and where maybe like if he gets shot, the rest of the troops wouldn't like fire on David Johnson, but they'd be unfortunately like they'd be itching to do that. I feel like it's just looking for any bit of an excuse to fire off on anyone. So
I think what they were trying to,
but I see what they were going for.
I think they're kind of just trying to say these army men and policemen are just like mindless robots that are slaves to the system, and they can't think for themselves and let's do whatever everyone says. So it's like their major goes like, I don't know what to do. I'm not going to do anything. But yeah, movie. I liked it. Again, I think
it.
And it was weird because like I walked away, I was like, I'm a little underwhelmed by that, but I'm like, what did I really expect? Because like this very much is the movie the trailer showed you. There's nothing in this movie that you're like, I wasn't expecting that. Like this is the movie.
I thought there would be more of a twist, like somewhere in it with a Stephen King movie, but
that is fair. I mean, because they had a couple minor twists, but I think for me they just didn't really land. So I mean, it was solid. I think the cinematography looked great. I think that one shot that they know looks great because it was like the default banner, but I saw it and I was like, that's a great shot with like the backlighting of the guys. So I think Francis Lawrence shoots this movie really well. Acted pretty good, but beyond that, just kind of was a little anticlimactic for me at points, but still liked it. Still had a good time with it. I think anyone who's a fan of Hunger Games and dystopian films are going to love it. And I will say, I know you're higher than me. You're at a 4 and I'm at a 3, but in general, people are really liking this movie. I'm really seeing no negative reviews. It's like a kind of 4-star across the board. I really haven't seen any 5s thrown out, except I saw Hat Guy gave it a perfect 10 out of 10. I think he says like his best movie of the year. So shout out Hat Guy.
I don't know if it's that high, but good for him.
Yeah. But that'll do it for the long walk. So we'll get Seth welcomed in and we'll get George back on the pod.
Hey,
how's it going?
Hey.
We're losing Cam. So Cam, good luck with the house.
Bye.
Thanks for reviewing the long walk. We did get all 4 of us in the episode.
It's a trade.
But,
Crazy.
We tried, folks. We really tried. I love y'all. I'll see you.
Peace out, Cameron. See you later.
Bye.
All right. So the long walk is done, and we are going to get on to our best actors tier list.
I hope you guys mentioned
influence.
I hope you guys mentioned Francis Lawrence's best film during that review.
We did talk about Constantine. Yes.
Good shit. Yeah, good shit.
But yes, we got our tier list here. It is cleaned up. It is polished. It is perfectly in order. And
it's still
D and D minus. Okay.
Yeah, George.
I saw
know
this
you
weekend.
Anthony Mackie, right?
Yeah, I mean he's still sitting in the C- tier.
I'm looking at Dylan O'Brien because I saw tweets this week talking about like how he should be in the awards conversation for Twinless and how he's one of like the great actors. I'm like, unfortunately he's in the D- tier for us. So if he ends up being the best,
I'm seeing
if he gets Oscar nominated this year, then tough look for the boys. But maybe Vin Diesel is nominated too, and it changes things.
We're doing this before Twinless, so you can't blame us.
That is fair. If I could see Twinless, I would. But let's go on to it. Nothing needs to be said. So no matter how many times I move them away, they always show up at the top when we get back to it.
Always.
So,
I don't understand.
I don't know. It's every time I'll do this at the beginning of every episode, I'll scroll them all the way down, and then they just like only those 2 will pop up.
There's no way to like delete them, right?
No, you can't. Did we ever find out who this gentleman here is?
Jet Li. That's Jet Li, yeah.
Didn't we already? I thought we already.
Did we do Jet Li? Because everyone said we forgot.
We pushed him to the back because we couldn't figure out who he was.
Oh, it's Jet Li. Yeah, it's Jet Li. Yeah.
So I don't know if I've seen a single Jet Li movie.
George.
You definitely have. I mean, Ip Man alone would make me throw him higher, but my Jet Li bag is not deep enough to throw him any higher than like a B-, unfortunately.
Well, I think I was just saying, I think like he deserves to be, if we're talking about like his influence as like a stunt actor and a martial artist, it's got to be like the Jackie Chan kind of range, I would say.
I've seen 3 Jet Li movies. I've seen The Expendables, The Expendables 2, and The Expendables 3.
You should watch.
Watch Hero.
Yeah.
Like he's great. Like Hero's fantastic. Obviously, The One is a fine movie, but he's fantastic. The Mulan remake, the live action one is great, but he's great. Is fine, but he's great. The Expendables, I'm not counting that towards where I want to throw.
So I've only seen 6 films of him, but I just think in terms of like stunt creation and his influence on like that, especially like Hero, obviously as we talk about all the time, it's like the best film ever.
Yeah.
My bag's not that deep though, so I'm kind of happy to.
I can't say anything. I'm leaving it to you 2.
I've seen 6 films. Cradle to the Grave is good, actually.
Also, It Man is Donnie Yen. I was wrong.
Oh yeah, mine is done.
I don't know. I'm cool. Just whatever tier we threw Jackie Chan on, I'm through. Like, because like they have such crazy filmographies that we have not explored, but they mean too much to the industry. I think to disrespect them.
That's fair. I've just seen more Jackie Chan. I think
Jackie Chan and B minus. Do you want
I'd
B minus or
C?
C?
To be honest. I'd probably go C personally.
Yeah, we can go C. Yeah, C is fine. I'm cool with C. We'll probably get hate for that, but that's fine.
Jeremy Renner.
Oh,
I like Jeremy Renner.
Yeah,
I'd probably go B minus. I think.
Can you scroll up a little bit.
Yeah, good comps.
I'd probably go B minus. I think Jeremy Renner's good.
I'm in C. I think Jeremy Renner's at Chris Hemsworth, Chadwick Boseman level.
I think
I don't mind it. I don't mind either. I'd probably lean B minus, but I don't mind C. It's not.
I'm at C. That's my official vote.
I think Renner has a bit more range than we give him credit.
Let me look at Renner.
I think he's in fantastic movies that I never think he's the reason they're fantastic.
Yeah, I
could agree with that, but he's never the reason I'm like, oh wow, fuck that movie. Like but then like Marvel aside, we'll take Marvel out. Like he's fantastic, I think, in The Town. He's awesome in Arrival, Wind River, Hurt Locker, American Hustle. He's great in a couple of the earlier Mission Impossible movies. Like I think he deserves being
Tag.
I think about it. I mean, looking at C, he just kind of seemed like a Chris Evans for me. That kind of range. I don't know.
Don't disrespect him like that.
But C isn't disrespectful.
Comment down below. Is Jeremy Renner a B minus or C tier actor?
I think he's closer to like the Bryan Cranston, Steve Carell, Tom
Don't
Hanks,
throw out those two. Those two are so hard for me to even compute as like an actor. Like
I guess. Sorry, I'm just saying. I think he's like more comparable to like the B minus gang. Like I think he obviously clears, like with all due respect, like Chadwick Boseman, Ben Stiller, Chris Hemsworth, Cumberbatch. You know,
I'm fine with either. So I think at this point, I think B minus is fitting because George is passionate about it, and Seth.
I'm not passionate about it. I just think he. It's like a weird conversation because like I get what you guys are saying where like he's in great movies, but like he's never taking the movie to like the next level of greatness. But like he is consistently performing. I think.
I mean, I don't really care where he is simply because B minus. I think he's the worst or like the lowest of the B minus, but like would be the highest of the C. So it's like I don't really care where you put him. It's like you could be.
I think even if you do take like an Avengers Endgame, he's like really like him and RDJ are like the only
he's good.
Putting on like genuine performances.
Yeah,
I don't mind it.
Another Marvel guy, Sebastian Stan, who.
Yeah,
the last like 2 years, he's really started to come into his own with The Different Man and The Apprentice. Really showing.
I haven't seen either of those.
I've seen both
of those.
Both of those are Oscar-worthy nominations, or Oscar. I think was an Oscar nomination.
Tyler, I think by proxy because they're
I
think you should just take this one.
I'll let Tyler decide this because
I'm not going to be. Well, you'll still debate if you think I'm going too high or too low, but I think he's. To me, I think he. Overall, I'd consider him where I would consider Jeremy Renner because I think he's really surging lately, and the projects he's choosing are really interesting. And he's just kind of like I think even in Fresh, he's great. Like I think he's always given a great performance.
He's also incredible. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Pam and Tommy with Lily James.
I've not, but I heard him and Lily James are both great in that. But
if for me, if removing A Different Man and The Apprentice because I haven't seen them. I think he's right now B minus, but if Apprentice and A Different Man elevate him to B or A minus, I'm also fine with that.
Let's go B minus then, because that's where I feel like he fits anyways. Although I do personally believe like he was like the best actor of last year. Like I think he gave 4.5 star performances, and I don't think anyone else you can really say gave 2 4.5 star type level performances. But A Different Man's really special movie. Adam Pearce is supporting, love him. I think you really need to watch it. The Apprentice is like pretty much what you'd expect from that movie, but he's still great in it. But if you had to pick one, A Different Man, really great film.
Yeah. Hey, Chalamet did it last year, by the way.
What was he? Dune Part 2 and I don't know. I didn't love A Complete Unknown, but I mean, Chalamet's. I mean, there's a reason he's
the GOAT.
In our A tier.
The GOAT.
James Marsden.
I mean, what is he? What do we
I
know him in other than fucking X-Men?
Enchanted.
Okay, throw him on the C- tier.
Wait, let me get up his
And I
two.
say that with all due respect. to
James Marsden.
Dungeons
He's
and
in the
Dragons,
Notebook,
right? Or no, he's not in Dungeons and
and
Dragons.
Oh, he's in the Sonic movies.
He's
Yeah,
someone that I feel like. I mean, he's obviously in huge blockbusters, but I feel like he should be. I feel like he had to look to be bigger than he ever kind of was. He kind of got resorted to. I don't know. Look at his filmography. He's in huge films, but it's like he's not a huge guy.
he is in Westworld. Apparently, Westworld's amazing. I haven't seen. I know it's TV.
Westworld.
I don't think you
is-
can ever see it. I think it's wiped from
Yeah,
the universe
true.
unless you torrent it.
Westworld is in fact amazing.
I don't know. I have no like C-.
Yeah. My thing
But-
is he's awesome. He is like genuinely awesome as Cyclops in the X-Men movies, but like beyond that, there's zero range.
Yeah, just go C-. I think.
Like how much are we weighing his performances in Sonic?
I think he's basically a Chris Pine to me. So C- works. I think him and Chris
Yeah.
Pine, every role that they each go out for, you could swap the other in for.
I think that's fine.
Rhodey. Fuck, what's his name?
Don
Cheadle.
Cheadle.
Don Cheadle's got some sneaky like Boogie Nights. He's great.
Oscar nominated Don Cheadle for House of,
Ocean's 11,
Hotel
Boogie
Rwanda.
Nights, Hotel Rwanda. Yeah,
Crash.
Yeah, he's got a
He's actually good in
sneaky
Crash. Crash is
little
terrible.
filmography.
I would
I
I
don't
think
say
we're around
like
here. I
Don
think we're around
Cheadle.
here.
Yeah, I think
Again.
around B-.
I would say B- or C. I'm fine with that. I'm kind of similar.
See, I think I'm
Vibes.
going the other way. I think I'm going B- or B.
I think I'm B-. I think B-.
I'll go B-.
Will Arnett's an
Crazy.
interesting one, and one that I think we have to debate the good old. Is he anything outside of a comedy?
I mean, he was in. Actually, no, he's
actually not.
he's
Because Men in
pure
Black is like a
comedy.
comedy sci-fi.
Men in Black's absolutely. He's pure
No,
comedy.
no. Look at his
He's-
filmography. This
Yeah,
is a
it's
comedy.
comedy.
He can't go
He's-
anywhere than a comedy. Too.
No,
He
Yeah,
has
it's
to.
comedy.
He's comedy. But
I
is
give
he
him comedy good though. Well, that's funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
comedy good.
He's good. Yeah, pretty easy
Plays
one there.
the voices Batman, and it's awesome.
But again, in a very comedic way, Boys of Batman.
Peter.
Tommy Lee
Yes.
Jones.
I would say I really like Tommy Jones.
Jones. I mean,
Men in
that
Black,
is
he's
legend.
so good in Men in Black. No Control Man, he's great.
Yeah.
Because
Why was Men in Black the first pull?
I think his dynamic Will Smith, I think he's just great in it. Like those
No,
two,
I
are like
agree,
really,
I
really
agree.
good. I would say
Men in
B-.
Black.
I think.
No, don't exclude. No. He's don't. No.
You think higher or lower?
I think we're arguing B or A- here. I don't.
I wouldn't
no
go A-.
country-
I
No
don't think.
Country. He's phenomenal in Ad Astra. He's incredible in Natural Born
I haven't
Killers.
seen Ad
He's got The
Astra.
Fugitive. He's got Lincoln, which he's fantastic in. He's got
I don't mind. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind B actually looking at it. To be
Men-
fair,
Men-
but
I like
Black.
B. I like B.
I like. Yeah,
Yeah.
B's good. B's good.
yeah.
Batman
he's-
Forever.
yeah.
Shout out.
Good film.
No disrespect my boy like that.
It's good.
I watched Batman Returns, but I didn't log it because I only watched like an hour of it because it was on the TV. But fun movie. That movie's
What a
way better
film.
than I give it credit for.
What a movie.
Yeah, B. He fits in. B.
Yeah, he
Um,
deserves B. He deserves B.
All right. Next up, what's his gentleman's name again? Lawrence? No, not Lawrence.
Is it Del Orlando?
No.
No,
Can't see it
it's,
properly.
it's a Mission Impossible guy, right?
Yeah.
Is it Ving Rhames?
Is it-
That's not Ving
Ving
Rhames.
Rhames. Yeah, that's Ving Rhames, right?
Why am I
Am I crazy?
No, it's Ving Rhames. It's Ving Rhames. It's Ving
Ving
Rhames. It's
The
Ving Rhames.
mustache threw me off, and the
Big
top hat
mustache
because
threw
normally
me
he's
off,
bald
yeah.
without mustache.
It's Ving
Um,
Rhames.
Ving
Ving
Rhames-
Rhames, like just silently, well, not silently, he's my favorite part of the Mission Impossible franchise. He's also has that really cool role in Pulp Fiction as well. I remember, and he's also in like Dawn of the Dead. I think Ving Rhames is actually really, really good. He's got a pretty he's like kind of similar to Tommy Lee Jones, or his filmography is better than I thought.
Is he ever getting enough
probably-
chance to shine in any movies though to be elevated to?
I think
anything
some of the
like these
'90s ones,
folks?
yes. Like I think Bringing Out the Dead is really good. Jacob's Ladder is really good as well. I'd probably go B- based on what I've seen him in.
George, where are you at with Ving Rhames?
I-
Irving Rameses Rhames.
my bag is not deep. I'm gonna let you guys decide this one.
I've seen 18 films with him actually. I've seen quite a few.
Wow, I didn't realize his first name's Irving. Like it makes so much sense that Ving comes from that, but it just sounds so much more normal when you realize his name's Irving and it just goes back.
Ving
to-
Rhames is cooler though, anyway. So
Yeah, cooler than
cool, man.
Irv.
I go B-. I really like him.
I'm on C, but I'll let George make the final call.
What? Why are you letting me? I just said I'm out.
George
I don't know.
opted out.
Oh, All right. Well, we haven't coin flipped yet, so let's.
I have seen 18 of his films. I've seen a good few.
Okay,
I think C's too low.
Okay, well, we'll go B minus then. You've seen more than me, so I'm gonna coin flip up
I
anyway.
just wanted I wanted my Jeremy Renner moment, like George had, you know.
Yeah, I think we're gonna need a coin flip eventually, so I'm getting it.
Yeah, do your thing, Seth.
Window. Okay, we're back. Ving Rhames, did I already move him? No, he's in the B minus, right? Yeah.
Yeah, B minus.
Paul Rudd is another one we have to discuss.
I mean, is he? Let me look at his.
I mean, yeah. Are we putting up anything other than comedy good?
If he is comedy good, he's the highest. Like, he's so funny.
Yeah, he's incredible. But like,
no, for sure. But I'm saying he's got to be in a comedy tier.
He's
supposed to be in a Wallflower as a teacher, but it's his one purely dramatic role is just like a minor role.
He's absolutely, dude. He's in oh fuck me. What fucking he's in a hot. Sorry, well, I mean, relax. You would love that. He was in one of the Halloween movies. I have no idea.
He's in
maybe The Curse of Michael Myers. I don't know.
Oh no, it's The Curse of Michael Myers. Yeah, it's Curse of Michael Myers.
Okay, he's in either way. He's in comedy good, but yeah, he's got what a guy. What a fucking guy.
Dave Bautista's an interesting one.
No, he's not. Throw him on the C minus tier.
No, he's so good in Knock at the Cabin, George. Don't do this to me.
Oh, don't stop.
He's so good in Knock at the Cabin.
I know, but like
great in Guardians.
I'd say right now, I'd say C.
Dune.
I think right now.
Listen, I think he's great in what he's been in, but
he's great in The Last Showgirl.
I think C right now. I think C.
All right, C's fine. I haven't
seen Last Show. I should watch Last Show actually.
C is fine.
He's the best wrestler actor.
Yeah, for sure.
Probably.
Tom Hiddleston.
Is that Tom Hiddleston?
Yes.
Yeah, it's with his beard.
Oh, his beard.
Did you guys watch Life of Chuck?
I did.
No, apparently it's amazing. I haven't seen it. Apparently it's really good.
I did not. I did not watch Life of Chuck.
You're Flanagan, bro. I think you'd like it.
Well, it's actually very different though. Apparently, isn't it? Tom Hiddleston. Tom Hiddleston.
I'm trying to
Timothy
think what else,
Hiddleston.
Outside of Marvel, where do
you know
we go
what hits? I'm gonna go.
I
actually think he's really good as Loki. He's one of my favorite MCU performances.
He's fantastic as Loki, and I genuinely think like the Loki show
I haven't seen it.
Elevates him a tier. But like, is that going from like a C minus to a C or a C to a B minus?
I would go C. I think C is fair.
I think C is fair because I think he is one of the better castings in the MCU, and he has. Sure. I think him and RDJ have appeared in the most MCU projects, so it's not like
really. Is that true?
Yeah,
I didn't realize that. That's kind of crazy.
Loki's always lingering around.
Yeah, Loki always lingering around.
Yeah, C sounds good.
Who is this man?
Oh, what's his fucking name? Isn't that
Oh, I know him.
What's his name? Someone in the comments is going to tell us.
Is that Dolph Lundgren? No. Hold on.
No, Dolph. Yeah, no.
What's
his fucking name?
Hold on. I have someone in mind. I need to go to a movie. Give me a sec.
It's not Gary Busey. No, it's not Gary Busey.
No.
That's going to really annoy me.
Is that? No, it's not.
All right. Comment down below who this is so we know for next time. But
thank you.
And as we know before, he'll probably be at the top of the list next time because every time
I have a bit of a hot take about the next one. Maybe it's hot. I don't know if he is.
All right. What do you got?
Joel Edgerton. Actually, well, I want to hear, where would you guys put Joel Edgerton?
Great in It Comes at Night. Where else does my mind go for Joel Edgerton? He was in
Warrior. He's so good.
Yeah, I think he's great in
0 Dark 30. He's got a brief stint in.
He's really good. Have you guys seen? You guys ever seen The Gift with Jason Bateman and Rebecca Hall?
Yeah, I loved it.
I think so.
I really like him in that. Yeah, he directed it as well.
He was he was in the Thing remake, which I actually like.
I think he's always really great.
So I think he's like B always.
Yeah,
I would go B personally. That was my. I don't. Maybe.
Oh, he was in The Green Knight too. Damn, he's
the guy. Yeah, he's
so many of these guys have such sneaky filmographies.
I would go B. I think Joel Edgerton's like really great in everything.
I think I would go B minus, but I don't mind B.
I'm good with B. It would be.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I thought I was gonna get more pushback.
All right, we obviously got a comedy actor next.
Wow.
Ken Jeong.
Yeah, I mean,
Comedy good.
Gotta be good,
I
man.
don't
Dude,
know,
he's
man.
hysterical in Hangover.
Yeah,
movies.
he's got to be comedy
Yeah.
good, but like
He's got one gimmick, but he does it well.
The gimmick, but Hangover's got kind of one gimmick, and they do it well, yeah. So
can
Yeah.
we, since we're just doing
Speaking of
comedy
Hangover, we got
good,
another one.
comedy bad, can we rank the comedy tiers just so that we like know like where in line they are? Maybe not now, but maybe on another episode.
yeah, we can.
Yeah. We'll go
Just because like
comedy
I think he's comedy good, but like
but he
I don't
doesn't have a
think-
lot to show for him. I
Yeah, I
agree.
think there's, like,
Yeah. Should we just throw Galifianakis right now on comedy good?
Who is
might
that?
as well. Is that Paul Bettany?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it's Bob Bettany, yeah.
What does he have besides Wimbledon and fucking Marvel?
Oh, I watched him in something recently, actually. What was
I did
it?
too. Let me see.
What did I watch him recently? Oh, Dogville is great, actually. Did you guys watch Here? The Robert
Yeah.
Zemeckis? I haven't seen
Yeah.
that.
He's not really anything special in it.
I mean, based on what I'm looking at, I'd go. He's actually really good in Marvel.
Yeah.
I'd go
Dude,
see, maybe.
He
See
played
Marvel?
he played Michael in Legion, the angel that I watched recently. That movie.
I think I'm at C. I haven't seen Master and Commander. I know a lot
Yeah.
of people say that movie's great.
I
but
actually quite like him in whatever he's
Yeah.
in. I think he's pretty good. I'll go see.
I'm also at
See.
C.
Yeah.
getting a lot of Marvel people right now.
Yeah.
Is that Michael?
Michael
Yeah,
Waldron, right?
Michael.
That's
No. Douglas.
Douglas.
Really good.
Uh,
Really good, I would say.
What-
How
what-
good?
Yeah. Would you say
Obvi-
really?
I
Obviously, like The Game is great. Wall Street is. I
Falling
like him a
Down.
lot. Wall Street.
Oh yeah, Game, Falling Down, Basic Instinct, Wall Street,
Yeah.
Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. So
Yeah.
I would go B minus. I think for good old Dougie. Like he's really good in his lead roles as well. His dad's better though. Dad was better. B minus. I don't know.
I think I'm leaning more C here, but I'm fine with B minus.
I haven't seen
Okay.
The Game, and I feel like that's his biggest role, so I can't comment on The Game.
Do you want to coin flip it then?
Yeah,
I'm fine with B minus. I don't care.
I'm kind
Just
of leaning
fun.
C anyways. But B minus, it was meant to be.
Meant to be.
Shia.
Shia. Let's open some dialogue here.
Um,
Let's open some real dialogue here. Okay.
I really like him as Sam Witwicky. I think he's actually really good.
Let me before we just start throwing out tears. Okay. Let me just remind you guys. Incredible in Fury. Awesome.
Mid.
Awesome in the Transformers movies. Phenomenal in the Peanut Butter Falcon. Probably even better in Honey Boy. He also has.
Can I give you one you're not going to mention?
Are you gonna throw out like Megalopolis?
I think he's okay at Megalopolis. I was going to
He's fine
say,
Megalopolis.
I think he's actually really good and fun.
Disturbia, great
I was gonna-
movie.
I was going to say Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I actually think he's like really good in it.
I love
haven't
him in that
seen it.
too.
I
I
actually
haven't
like.
seen it in a while.
He's
Uh,
really good in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
How could I forget one of the greatest to ever do it, Constantine? Fantastic.
He's in that?
Of
Yeah.
course he's in that, Bodie. Come on.
He also
Um,
is in Lars von Trier's Nymphomaniac series, in which he is
Yeah.
actually really good. I'm gonna
Can't
say
forget-
I'm gonna say
can't
B minus.
forget
I want to throw out.
Can't forget childhood classic Holes.
Oh no!
Holy
Like, you
fucking
actually
God,
seriously
man, I
can't forget
love
that one
Holes.
because that is a phenomenal film.
I want
That's
to go
a
B
great one.
minus. B minus.
I wouldn't hate B. I'm taking B.
I'm going B, man. I'm going B. I think
I
he
mean,
has that.
For me, I think it's a bit high looking at the names in the B minus, but I don't hate it. But I would definitely have him B minus for sure, minimum.
I
Well, I got two
think
Bs.
he is someone. I mean,
Whoa,
you
whoa,
guys
whoa,
can.
whoa.
whoa.
Where'd he go? Oh God!
He's in,
What's the
you,
guy
you,
in
Put him up,
hate
put him up.
you put him in the F tier.
Shia
Chill
LaBeouf.
out. He is someone that I genuinely think makes whatever movie he is in better.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think he's
Like,
really
I
good.
genuinely think his presence in Transformers is so incredible. I think his performance in Fury, like, not that like John Bernthal and Brad Pitt are like not incredible in that movie, but like he's so fucking fantastic. Even Disturbia, like the movie's not that great, but like if it weren't for Shia, the movie might have been so much worse.
Is that the one where he looks out his like windows to the
Yeah.
neighbor or whatever? I
Yeah,
remember watching
yeah,
that,
fuck yeah.
Yeah. All right, that's fine.
Who is this gentleman? His
Oh,
very
that's
recognizable.
fucking. What's his name? He's in God, I'm so bad with names sometimes.
Is that picture blurry or are my eyes just
No, I know
bugging
exactly
out
who
on
that
me?
is. He's like a He's like one of the big. He's one of the big like. Oh, you see this guy in a film? Hell yeah, kind of actors.
I have zero clue.
Oh, someone comments. We don't have to spend too much time on it, but that's a bad one from us, I think.
Seth MacFarlane. What is he in when he's not just his voice? Like
Ted. Well,
the ridiculous.
No, the Ted is just his voice too.
He could go TV good, honestly.
I was gonna say, are we doing comedy good or TV good?
I think TV good. If you like, Presence is you know.
He's just in like A Million Ways to Die in the West. It's like the only time it's like.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
I think TV is not real good.
Yeah,
I think
he did all the Star Wars, obviously the Family Guy Star Wars ones. They're really funny.
Bro, that tier is called TV is not real good. TV is not real bad.
Great names.
So we got another Paul Bettany. So move you down.
Of course we have.
Oh God,
it's so blurry. Who's that? Oh, I know his.
I do not recognize.
I know his face.
I know what he's. I know him too, but the name's not coming to me. It's
no, sorry. We apologize. We can only apologize.
We need a lot of help in the comments, so please help us.
Yeah.
We don't. These blurry images. Oh, that's an interesting one.
That is.
I don't really know
James Earl Jones.
I don't really even know where to put him.
I mean, I feel like I genuinely think we don't for James Earl Jones specifically because he has obviously a lot of like actual performances, but we need a voice acting tier.
He is like the voice man, though, isn't he? He is like if you look at his filmography, it's just
I mean, Lion King.
He narrated Click. If you didn't realize,
I did not realize.
It's a Strange Love, Hunt for Red October, Coming to America.
Obviously, Darth Vader is like one of the most.
Sandlot.
It's really a tricky one to rank.
It is.
It is because I really don't think my James Earl Jones bag is deep outside of like his really commercially successful performances.
I mean, I've seen 21, and I bet most of them are franchise related or whatever. I don't know. Voice acting is real good. I have no idea. I have no idea how to rate.
This is a tough one because
it seems like a B- or a C.
I think B- is a safe place.
Like his voice really was like
I mean he has. I don't know, man.
But let's just B-. Let's not overthink it. Cool, B-.
Yeah, B-. So this next one's interesting.
I
feel like
he's the opposite to Bryan Cranston for me. In that Bryan Cranston's done enough outside of it. I think Aaron Paul is still TV is not.
Aaron Paul hasn't done anything good in movies.
He's done what he did Need for Speed.
Oh,
he never done anything good in movies.
It has to be TV.
I don't know why that one came to mind.
For his own benefit, let's get him into TV. He's not real good.
And he is very unbelievably good in Breaking Bad. So
how many says you fucking have?
So John C. Reilly, of course, has like Licorice Pizza and Boogie Nights and Magnolia. The Lobster.
Oscar nominated actor. Really, really good. Like people forget because he's been in a lot of shit as well. He's been in a lot of great. We need to talk about Kevin. He was obviously the dad. Gangs of New York, The Aviator, What's Eating Gilbert Grape, Hard Eight, PTA's film. He's been in a lot of good stuff.
He is really just thought of as a comedy guy, but his filmography is really like a lot less comedy than you think. Like
Magnolia as well. It's
actually not that many comedy movies. It's mostly just serious stuff.
He's really good, and obviously not anymore. But actually saying that, Licorice Pizza is really good as well, if I remember correctly.
I really like him a lot of times, but there's also movies where I'm like, I really don't like John C. Reilly in this. So to me, I can't really put him higher than B- at the
I think he's like a perfect B-. I think, yeah, perfect B-. His filmography sneakily really good, though. I didn't actually realize how good it was. To be honest,
we lost him again. Oh, there he is. He's in Comedy Bad.
You got him. There you go.
It's like the Lord trying to take over him, put where he thinks they should be. Kit Harington,
TV's not real
TV good, right? Like he hasn't done enough notable movies.
Yeah, it has to be.
And anything we rate him for movies.
Well, what was the dude? He was typecast in like Pompeii, right?
Pompeii is a fucking good film, though.
But I'm just saying, it's so funny that he was just typecast in like medieval nonsense after Game of Thrones and nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, he was in Eternals.
Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah.
Speaking of Eternals, we'll stop at Kumail Nanjiani. We're gonna go through Kumail Nanjiani.
Yeah.
No, wait, no, Tyler. I want to stop at John David Washington.
Okay.
Because that's a four. Michael Rooker.
Yeah. What is he in Guardians 2?
I met him not too long ago. Actually, I have a picture with him.
Inflated ranking George Carmi.
Yeah. I actually told him. I told him that he was great in JFK because I figured everyone told him he was great as Yondu, but I wanted to pull out some nasty film. So I was like,
What did he say? Was he like, yeah, everyone says that loser.
He looked at his friend. He was with his friend because this was at the Peacemaker premiere after party. And I go, dude, I love you in JFK. And he looks at his friend and he goes, this guy just brought up JFK. And I was like, fuck yeah, dude.
Wow.
Obviously.
Michael Rooker thinks George is a ball knower.
Yeah, Michael Rooker thinks movies stuff 14 knows ball.
I haven't seen Tombstone or JFK, which I know.
I have seen Tombstone.
We saw Tombstone recently, yeah.
But I don't remember him in it, so I don't think he was that notable of a character. It was really a Val Kilmer,
Kurt
Russell showcase.
He's really good in Henry Potter. So he's in Belko Experiment, actually. I forgot about that.
Great movie.
He's in every James Gunn movie. Slither, Super 8.
I'm totally fine with. I'm fine with C, B minus.
I think C. I think C. I'm more comfortable with C.
I do like him. He's a good presence. Who is that?
Yeah, it's so funny that we don't have an F tier actor yet.
Who is that?
I know him. I know the face.
I don't know him. I can't even tell who that is.
That's Miley Cyrus's. Is that Hemsworth? Is that one of the Hemsworth boys?
That's not Liam Hemsworth. No,
I don't think so.
No, it's definitely not.
I don't recognize who that is.
I don't recognize that.
All right, so chat. We need
everyone after Rat.
We need these four gentlemen, and I think we might need a fifth if you guys don't know. If you guys don't know who this is.
I also don't know who's the person who's coming up.
TJ Miller. Wild picture, TJ Miller. But do we know who this is? Should I add this to?
I do know it is, but I don't know his name, so put it down.
All right. Well, we know who the rest are for this episode. So, chat, we need these 5 actors' names. Please leave the mockery of us to a minimum. TJ Miller. TJ Miller has to be in a comedy tier. I think he's funny, but I think he is also like Ken Jeong, who's a little one note. But if we didn't hurt Ken Jeong for it, I don't know if we can hurt him for it.
I don't know if
he is the most annoying part of Cloverfield. I think if Ken Jeong is the very bottom of comedy good, this might be the top of comedy bad for me.
Yeah, do it.
George, are you fine with TJ Miller in comedy bad?
Yeah, fine with it.
Jaimin Hansu. He was like in everything, like 2024 or 2023.
Yeah,
he had like 4 or 5 movies.
Yeah, he was a slot master for a while. He went from Guardians to Miss Marvel, or
he was in the Quiet Place Day
Black
One.
Adam too. Yeah,
he's been in the most flop franchises of anyone.
Please don't forget the best movie he's probably ever been in.
Constantine. Yeah, okay.
Constantine. Don't forget that. Everyone's
actually, to be fair, whenever I watch him, I do actually like him as a president. I think he's like a good supporting actor. I actually really enjoy him.
Somehow we haven't mentioned Blood Diamond yet. Incredible.
Yeah, I haven't seen Blood Diamond.
I think B-. I think he's up there with like Ving Rhames.
I would go C personally. Yeah. I think B- is a bit high.
Well, fuck me hard. C tier. All right.
That's our bad.
2 movies left. Kumail Nanjiani.
Comedy. Actually, I don't know. Not comedy. Is he comedy?
I mean, I think
the Big Sick is a rom-com drama, but it's definitely more sad than funny.
Yeah,
but that's really like it. Eternals obviously funny, but it's Marvel.
Yeah, but he is like funny. He's a comedic relief in Eternals.
Oh, his filmography shit. I don't know.
Why am I kind of leaning like C- right now? Like I don't know.
I think he might be in a comedy tier, honestly. Though.
I think comedy.
It's either comedy good or C-. That's what I'm.
Can it not be comedy?
No.
I like him. I think he's good.
Yeah, I would not put him in comedy.
I just don't. I mean, I like him in Big Sick. I just don't know what really.
The Big Sick's good enough performance to not put him in the bad tier.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think comedy good.
I agree.
I mean, I love him in Silicon Valley, which would be TV, but I think that show's phenomenal. Last one, John David Washington.
Ooh,
this is a real interesting one because he has a great filmography, but I don't really ever love him.
I know you. I actually think he's really good in the one. I don't think he's very good in The Creator. One role I really like him in is Black Klansman. Actually, do I? I think he's good. I'm Driver kind of outweighs him, but I don't know.
Obviously, I think he is atrocious in Amsterdam. I do not like him in the. I do not like him in The Creator.
Boo! He's good at The Creator.
No, he's bad in The Creator. He's the worst part of Tenet.
Damn, bro. Why are you hating this man right now?
I actually like him quite a bit in Tenet, to be honest.
Tenet's a 5-star masterpiece for me. He's the worst part of it.
We have found Tyler's Anthony Mackie, I think.
No, I would go C. I'd go C for John David Washington.
I would go C as well.
I'd go C-, but I'm overruled. But I just want to throw it out
fuck
there.
you then.
Yeah, get wrecked.
All right, so now we need your help with these 5.
Get sauced.
And next we'll have the likes of, Mr. Levi. What's his first name?
Lakeith
again?
Stansfield. Love Lakeith Stansfield.
With David Harbour, which we might get on TV.
Jordan Peele, Will Poulter,
Finn Wolfhard on the docket. People are waiting for that one.
Yes,
Willem
we might
Dafoe,
have some
Jared
F.
Leto.
We have some Fs coming up.
We have an S coming up.
Oh, look at this trio.
I think we have an S coming up.
Look at this trio though: Kevin James, David Spade, and Rob Schneider coming up. We do not
Jordan
have an
Peele.
S.
We don't have an S coming up.
I mean, if you're looking
Stay
at Willem
tuned for
Dafoe,
next
the
episode.
answer-
I'll nip this in the bud.
We are going to clash on Willem Dafoe, George.
Willem Dafoe is not an S tier act. You want to do it right now?
Yeah, go.
Nope. Stay tuned for next episode. Make sure you subscribe to the ReelTok Podcast.
What a cliffhanger!
Let's get into trailers and movie news to end us off. Almost exited out of the tier list, which I think it would have saved, but would be terrifying. I'm never going to close that tab just in case. All right, trailer time. First trailer for Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery, has been releasing December 12th on Netflix, probably some limited theaters beforehand. Josh Brolin has been unveiled to be the murder victim. What do we think of the trailer?
I think the trailer, what's more intriguing, sorry, I'm going to move past the trailer. Everyone is saying, and I'm not a big Josh O'Connor guy yet, but everyone's saying he gave the best performance out of anything that premiered at Venice or TIFF, wherever it premiered.
TIFF.
So I'm excited for that because I want to join the Josh O'Connor train. I really do, but I'm not there. I'm still on the platform. Like I'm still waiting for my train.
La Chimera? I haven't seen. Apparently, he's amazing.
Yeah, I saw it last year or 2 years ago at the film festival. I saw it. Yes.
I think this film looks good because I think it's like back to where I want Knives Out to be. I think Glass Onion, I said it like was bigger and not better. That was kind of the issue. So I think this is kind of back down to an aesthetic I like. I'm excited.
I liked Glass Onion. You know what I think my problem is the more I think about Glass Onion is I don't think I liked like the vacation vibes.
I don't.
Like I think I preferred Knives Out 1, but I think I preferred it because of it's more intimate. The aesthetic is like more cozy. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's just like the
fantabulistic, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the trailer for this one looks great. I think it looks gritty, looks dark. A lot of the reactions are echoing that. It sounds like we got another winner here from Ryan Johnson.
And I didn't get tickets for it. George, did you get tickets for it?
It's not premiering at film festival.
Oh, okay.
I got tickets in terms of a Netflix subscription.
Nice.
First trailer for Christie, starring Sydney Sweeney as pro boxer Christy Martin, in theaters November 7th. We talked about this a bit last week, that the movie itself got very middling reviews, but her performance is praised for a lead performance. A lot of people kind of calling it just like a generic kind of sports biopic, though. Trailer looks fine. I don't know. Nothing that I'm going to rush out.
Yeah, I don't really care about it.
Yeah, trailer. I wish the trailer did more for me because I am excited to see her in an actual serious, legitimate role. But the trailer did nothing for me.
We got the first trailer for Song Sung Blue, which I had no idea about, but I do know it's Hugh Jackman and Kate Hudson, and it's a musical drama starring a married couple who form a Neil Diamond tribute band, in theaters December 25th. So we have a Christmas release. Hugh Jackman, Kate Hudson. I like him in really pretty much everything I see him in. So
yeah, real shit.
He's a big musical guy as well.
The return of my queen. We haven't seen her since Glass Onion, so I'm excited to have her back on the big screen. And I love Hugh Jackman.
And then the last trailer we got was the first trailer for Joe Carnahan's The Rip, which is starring Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Steven Yeun, Kyle Chandler, and Tiana Taylor. Film follows a group of Miami cops who discover millions in cash in a derelict stash house. Releasing January 16th on Netflix. So there's going to be like the beginning of the year streaming dump on Netflix. But with this cast, I think this would be a real fun way to kick off the year with the easy, get the 2026 ranked going. Fun cast. We last week there was news that Ben Affleck and Matt Damon are wanting to do as many movies as they can together before they die. So hell yeah. But I mean, that's the cast I love too.
Kyle Chandler is he's like a Shea Wiggum tier actor.
Yeah, for sure.
True. I love him too. I love him.
I think those are the perfect two, right? We're trying to expand that Shea Wiggum tier, and I'm happy that we're not rushing into it. But I think Kyle Chandler is just on that tier.
Do we have a Shea Wiggum tier?
No, we have a mental one. We have a mental one.
We're gonna make it one. Okay.
Yeah, we should make a Shea Wiggum tier.
Okay.
But shout out Friday Night Lights. But yeah, it should be a fun little easy way to kick off the year with a little streaming dump on Netflix. Movie news: Paramount is preparing to buy a bid to buy Warner Bros., which would be the biggest merger pretty much in film history of two companies. Paramount acquiring Warner Bros. Competition is kind of always good in this space. This would be not great whatsoever. we already had HBO Max and like Discovery Go like merge, and now this would be like Paramount Plus and HBO Max merging. I don't know, but Paramount is a very, very rich company with, I think it's the son of Larry Ellison, who's now the richest man in the world, is the owner of Paramount.
Yeah,
so obviously
he
he can buy anything he wants. And then Warner Bros, David Zaslav gets a lot of shit, rightfully so, but he really kind of brought them back this year with, they have that streak going of like 8 consecutive movies making over like 100 million or being like the lead at the box office for Warner Bros. So he really is kind of like cooked this year for Warner Bros. So he got them in a position because they were like really struggling, and he got them in a position where now a company like Paramount will want to buy them. We'll see if it goes through. We'll see if it gets blocked, but definitely big news. And it would be a big shakeup as Paramount and Warner Bros. Are two of the very biggest by far movie companies. And it'd probably be very bleak if they merged, because that would just put a lot of power into one company's hands to control more stuff. But again, hopefully, they stick, these are two very much theatrical minded companies. So it's like better to me, at least, than like Netflix buying Warner Bros. But either way, I don't think it'll be great for the consumer. I think we want to keep these two competing. Other news, Sean Astin has been elected to become the president of SAG-AFTRA, the actors union, overtaking Fran Drescher after her term ended. Cool. Shout out Sean Astin. I think he's a good guy, right? We love Sean Astin here.
Big time.
Dwayne Johnson news. So we got two movie news things for Dwayne Johnson. One, he will star in Chicken Man in Lizard Music, which is directed by Benny Safdie, following the Smashing Machine. Film follows a young boy who finds a secret late-night broadcast of lizards playing otherworldly music that opens a hidden door to the whimsical Chicken Man. Bizarre movie. Really seems like Safdie bros made their thrillers together. Benny Safdie kind of went for, I'm excited for the Smashing Machine. I'm not down talking it this way, but it's more like a by the book, like, start your solo journey off with just a biopic about a real life story to go off of. And then it seems like immediately he's like, all right, we got that done. Let's do something crazy. So Dwayne Johnson, and it seems like a perfect role of Dwayne Johnson. He's like blending, trying to be in like serious movies with like still being like the slop master. And this seems like a role that's like a serious movie, but very much a silly role for him.
How would you guys react to this news if you didn't know Benny Safdie was directing it? Like, what would you be?
A lot more
negative. What was that film that the guy Zachary Levi was in, where he was like a crayon or something?
Harold and the Purple.
Oh, Harold.
That sort of vibes. That's how I react to it.
But speaking of our slot master, he also says that Jumanji 3 is going to begin filming in November. So
yes,
Dwayne Johnson is back. He's back.
Hey, these Jumanji movies are not bad. All right,
I
just want to throw it out there. Yeah. They're not bad.
Okay, I'll give him. I mean, I don't really love the first normal Jumanji much anyway, so don't have much like affinity for it or anything. Leonardo DiCaprio says the next goal of his career is to do another film with Martin Scorsese.
Get on with it then.
The greatest director, national treasure. Yeah, I mean, I feel like hearing that news, it means the wager's dead, because we all kind of knew they were working together on the wager. So why would you say something like this? Like, I would love to work with him again if you were pre-production of the wager again.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's safe to say like 4 of the rumored projects are dead. It's only one that's kind of going ahead as of right now, anyway.
Dwayne Johnson's
the least interesting one, but here's what it is.
The ultimate slop franchise right now is The Conjuring, as a new Conjuring prequel movie's in the works. A TV series is also in the works. And The Conjuring Last Rites had the biggest global opening weekend for a horror film ever, earning $194 million globally in the first weekend.
That's kind of crazy.
So Last Rites crushed it.
Yeah, they did a good job marketing it as like the final Conjuring movie, which obviously not the case, but they did a good job marketing it.
Well, because now they're going to do prequels and series. Like, so it might be the final in the timeline, but they have a lot of stuff.
We knew this would happen.
Slop, bro. Slop.
They're going to milk that thing dry for sure. Scary Movie 6 news. So it is moving forward. The cast is being fleshed out. And Marlon Wayans says the modern horror movies they're targeting to spoof in Scary Movie 6 is Nope, Heretic, Sinners, Longlegs, Get Out, and I Know What You Did Last Summer. Cool. Fun stuff they can do there. I know What You Did Last Summer is a little bit of an odd one, because it's like obviously a movie from like the 90s. Like, I know they did the reboot, but it's like I feel like the first 5 scary movies you had your chance to tackle. And I Know What You Did Last Summer. So let's do some more fun, because other ones are a lot more fun. They're like new original stuff. Get Out, Sinners, Nope, Heretic, seen one of them Longlegs. I haven't seen any of them since I was like a kid.
Same.
We'll see what they got in the modern era. 2 more pieces of news. James Gunn says Man of Tomorrow is the Lex Luthor and Superman movie, a story of Lex Luthor and Superman having to work together to a certain degree against a much, much bigger threat. George, how do you feel about that?
I don't mind it. A lot of people were like freaking out about this on Twitter, like, why would they ever fucking team up? Which, like, yeah, super understandable reaction, but like,
I mean, it's from the comics.
It's from the comics. Yeah. Like Justice League 33 or whatever, like Action Comics Rebirth, like they team up. But I think this news is like, I think this is James Gunn's way of saying I'm prepared to introduce like Brainiac or Imperiex, because like the only reason the two of them team up is for like massive, big, bad, world-ending threats, and I think that's just a perfect chance for James Gunn to be like, I'm not confirming anything, but Lex Luthor and Superman are going to team up for something, and if we're going to keep it comic accurate, that's likely Brainiac or Imperiex, which I think I'm pretty excited for, to be honest with you.
It's fun seeing this world move forward in terms of, Supergirl is very much in production. Man of Tomorrow is coming. Batman 2 we hear news of. So it's like, it's cool that, the DCU, because obviously they swung for the fences and like having to start a brand new cinematic universe. And it seems like things are going smoothly. Obviously Superman broke, like more than broke even and made profit, but also there was some news that came out about like something about the way they did it with like the tax code or something. Basically like it made way more of a profit than like a normal movie that made that much made. I don't know. There's something that came out from Warner Bros saying like this was like a very successful, profitable film, more so than you might think, just look at the box office, because some weird back end thing that they did. So basically based on that, Warner Bros is more than happy to start throwing money at this franchise to keep it cranking, moving forward. So fun to see. And then last news, Amanda Seyfried says Mamma Mia 3 is in the works. We've been like hearing rumors about this for like at least a year now, with like Meryl Streep saying she might return. Like people said like Sabrina Carpenter might be in. I think that was just a random rumor at some point, but not that excited for it. I mean, I'll see it, of course. I'm a big Mamma Mia fan. But
how does Meryl Streep return to this? Isn't she dead?
Yeah, but I don't know. They brought her back as a ghost. She was a ghost in Mamma Mia 2. So I think this is maybe more ghost. But also like Mamma Mia 2 is a big flashback movie where I went to like a younger.
Yeah.
They could just do more like flashback stuff of Meryl Streep and Amanda Seyfried on the island together.
You're absolutely right.
But yeah, that'll do it for Real Talk episode 158. We hope you enjoyed, our review of The Long Walk, our discussion on the tier list, and all that good stuff. And we have a lot we're asking from you in the comments throughout this episode to help us out. So please do that. But shout out to our executive producers, Stefan Johnson and Cole Beaver, for supporting the podcast each and every week, each and every month. Thank you to all our patrons in general as well for making this show happen all the time. But with that, Thursday will be a real quick of best directorial debut auction drafts. Friday will be a Patreon review of Barry Lyndon. So join the Patreon for that. We have 86 total reviews for you to see. And then next week's movies are Him and A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey. So good stuff.
We'll get Him next week. Fuck.
Subscribe, and we will see you later. Peace.